Hello, good morning everybody. I have a feeling there's going to be a few people watching this video who have no idea who I am or why there's a Sunday video from me. I'm John, aka Wardrox. I'm the editor-in-chief of NukezillaVids.com, your new favourite gaming website. And every Sunday I basically chat to you guys as a way for... I guess it's transparency is the main thing, so I can be all like, oh hey, we did this. Now you know about it, you're not allowed to be angry at us. Because in my limited experience of games blogging and stuff, if, for example, with the finance side of things, if I said, it's really boring, you don't want to know, everyone would be like, we do want to know, tell us more. And if, as actually happens, I tell you all, oh, well, we got this many page views, and we got this much money, and our servers cost this much, everyone's like, most boring thing in the world. But, you know, transparency is important, and whenever I come up with new stupid ideas, I post in this video. And there's also a lot of people watching this video wondering why I think there will be more people watching this video than others, and that's because there was a bit of a competition going on Tumblr where you can win one of these packets of I bought more cookies. This is now the default prize for Nukezilla competitions, is these McVitie's chocolate biscuits. And if either of the people who've previously won competitions to win these would like to leave a review, I think there's room on the site for a review of these McVitie's biscuits. I reckon in about 3 or 4 months' time, I'll have bought so many of these that like everybody who has ever visited the website will have eaten some cookies for free because of the website. I wonder if that's actually possible. I bet it is. Anyway, we should try that. But I'll come back onto the Tumblr thing for now. I just basically like to wave around cookies. And yeah, I'll tell you how you can win cookies in a bit. Because this week, more importantly than cookies, more importantly so that I actually put them first on my to talk about list and then promptly forgot, we've had the mother flipping Love-cookie-pocalypse. Which, for those who don't know, just, I don't know, travel back in time to when I last explained this. But basically, every so often on Nukezilla we have an event called a Nukextravaganza, and it's essentially like the first time we did the Nukextravaganza, we reviewed one game every single day for a month, and on the first the review was 1 sentence long, on the second it was 2 sentences long, and it grew by a sentence each time, and it was just glorious and really fun. And this Nukextravaganza is called the Love-cookie-pocalypse, and it started on Valentine's Day and it runs until midnight tonight, as it happens on Sunday. And the site has had zero negativity on it, to the extent that when I wrote my column on Friday, I didn't even use words like didn't even. I avoided using the word not and no and opposite and all of those stuff, and it's fun. I mean, you kind of have to be a regular reader to appreciate that kind of thing, but that's the point of Nukezilla. We're not posting tits. We're not, like, whoring ourselves out to anyone. We are just kind of... We're trying to be excellent, but in a very Bill and Ted kind of way. And so that's the Love-cookie-pocalypse. I'd say it's been fun. I know we've had quite a lot of fun on staff. It wasn't as big as the first Nukextravaganza, the month-long one. It was a week one long. Maybe Nukextravaganzas in the future will only be a day, or maybe a year. We don't know. They're meant to be open to fun. And feel free to suggest some if you want. Now, back onto cookies, the important part, which I should do 2 video blogs, one for telling you about crap that's going on with the site, and then one for cookies. On Tumblr, basically, the RSS feed that Nukezilla uses for nukezilla.tumblr.com bust because it's not very popular and we don't really use it that often. And so Tumblr is just like, well, if you're not going to use this very often, we're going to not update it. So I was like, nope. And I wrote a nice big long post called Nukezilla 101, because I'm aware that there's not that... If you drew a Venn diagram, people who use Tumblr, people who know about Nukezilla, there's not that much overlap. So I made a Nukezilla 101, and then I said that anyone who reblogs it is in with a chance of winning cookies. And Game Freaks, who are the really popular Tumblr blog, who are quite sexually attractive, I have to say, they posted first. So anyone at gamefreaks.nz, you are now entitled to this packet, this one here. Not any of those 3, this one here. It's now rubbed against my beard. So someone at Game Freaks, whoever posted it or whatever, get in touch. Otherwise, these are just going to be eaten by me, and I'm on a diet. What are you trying to do to me? And so yeah, I posted this Nukezilla 101 where if I'll just go down for you what I said, because let's be honest here, you're very lazy. It's why you're watching a video. I bullet pointed it. Nukezilla's a gaming blog. We have 20 volunteers. We produce more original content than most of the big blogs, which is true and is fucking awesome. We like to experiment. Like, if you look at the stacking review, which fantastic review, the review is stacked. So there's like a big bit, and then you click a button, and a slightly narrower, smaller bit, and then you click a button, and there's all these little subtle things. Like the first block is 4 paragraphs, and then 3 paragraphs, and then 2 paragraphs, and then the last one's 1 paragraph. And it's fun like that. We like to experiment with that, you know? Because we're not in this to do any kind of money or anything, which is why we're tiny. We're terrible for news, but that's why we made a website called wire.vg. You can find a link for it on Nukezilla. Our layout doesn't suck, which I didn't realise would ever be a selling point for a website, but apparently it is. And also, like, I think you only get like 20 adverts a day, and then I've set it so the adverts just disappear and you don't see them, because fuck adverts. And most of the articles we write because we want to write them, not because we think you'll be interested in them. Sorry about that, we just sort of assume that it'll be a fun side effect. So some of them are quite intelligent, some of them aren't, and it's all just fun. And if you're welcome to join in, we actually have a fairly active community where there's a Last FM group started, so you can see how hipstery we really are. I like to think of us as the Newsweek of video game blogs, but maybe we're just turning into like the hipsters of video game blogs. Like, we don't like the mainstream crap, we like the really underground stuff like Quality. Anyway, that's basically it. The Love-cookie-pocalypse is coming to a close, and I think it's been a fun week. It has changed some of my opinions. I'll not go into them because you can talk to me about them in the chat room or what have you. And welcome to the, I don't know, 100+ people so far today who've checked out the site from Tumblr. You know, click around, have a look. We're not that normal, but that's a good thing. So yeah, welcome to Nukezilla if you're new, and win some cookies if you're not new, although new people can also win cookies. I don't know. Another tradition you should be aware of is that at the end of these video blogs I ask you what you are doing, and that's because it's actually quite interesting for me to know what you are up to today. So leave a comment wherever you can. Feel free to reblog this and say what you're up to, or leave a video reply, or just post it on nukezilla.com in the comments. Anyway, what are you up to? And I don't know, how many more packets of cookies should I buy?